One thing you can say about tonight's show, matches certainly did occur. I'm John Wrighton with my review of AEW Dark. That's a bit unfair to a few matches that weren't all that bad. The majority of the card really did feel like filler. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, though. And we're heading towards a Friday Night Live Dynamite and then Double or Nothing on Sunday. I really hope the pay-per-view delivers. I really do. Check out my predictions I did last week. And anyway, let's jump right on into it. There's not going to be a lot of analysis for some of these matches because they were just kind of there. Nick Comoroto with the Factory took on Duke Davis and beat him with a powerbomb in about a minute. Nick Comoroto looks impressive, and QT was just sitting there on his stairs throne and says, well, we don't want to make our entrance again, so hey, Justin Roberts, Aaron Solo wants to take on his opponent, Gannon Jones. No, don't put me in the book. It burns. Wait, no, that's the CDI Gannon. Link, the Faces of Evil. Good God, the CDI. That was a terrible system, along with the 3DO, the Atari Jaguar, and so many others. But enough about bad, failed video game systems that were way the fuck overpriced. Solo took on Gannon Jones and beat him with a lame pedigree variation in about, a couple minutes, and the match just certainly happened. Then we get Dylan McQueen coming to the ring with Cody because he's a Nightmare Factory student, and Cody's like, okay, I'm going to go be an executive, and Brandy and I are going to have the first ever interracial baby. That's practically what he said in the goddamn promo, and I just can't fucking get over that. But anyway, Dylan McQueen took on 10 of the Dark Order. And look, I think the match went about a minute and a half or 2 minutes too long, but I will say these guys, at least, they cut a decent pace. It wasn't that bad. They're obviously, newer to the business. Dylan McQueen has a lot of time to go, but he has some personality. 10 has some good strength. Dylan did hit a nice flatliner off the ropes, and then a spine buster and the full Nelson from 10 after a couple minutes, and there we go. And then we get Uno and Colt Boom Boom Cabana versus Steven Andrews and Simon Lotto. Did they win the Lotto? Well, they pinned the Lotto. I guess that counts. Match is alright. Flatliner from Uno after a few minutes. It was alright. And then we get Kylan King and Big Swole versus the Bunny and Maddie Renkowski. Watching you, Renkowski. Always watching. And, the Blade was also at ringside. I like Kylan. The Bunny has some really good personality. Really, really good person. She really does, invest in this character. She ain't great in the ring, but she has the personality to pull off just being like an evil, conniving, maniacal, laughing bitch. And she pulls that off well. And Kylan King, I think, has a very nice look. And Big Swole certainly can do the dance and everything and has, the energy. I don't think she's all that great in the ring. And Maddie Renkowski was also there. Kylan King did good. She has really improved in the time she's been on AEW programming, and Dirty Dancing on Maddie Renkowski for the victory. That's my way of making up for not saying it on the last number of reviews, because I actually have forgotten to say that sometimes. Anyway, we then get to Billy and Colton Gunn versus Cal Hero. I need a hero. And Liam Gray. I'm not exactly sure. I don't mind Billy wrestling. It's good he gets a team with his kids, but I don't know. I think the bloom's kind of off the rails. I did like the video package they did on AEW Dark Elevation. That was nice. Gray did a freaking dive. He just crashed and burned. And I don't know why Billy looked so upset. I mean, I hope Liam Gray's okay. That was a really bad landing. And then Colt 45 for the victory. He wasn't moving all that well, so hopefully he is all right. But that was brutal. Then Diamante tries to talk about her opponent. And it was what it was. We then get Layla Hirsch versus Verta Vixen. And Starks joins commentary for a few of the matches. Actually, I think the rest of the matches. And Layla is very good. Vert does have some personality. And the German suplexes and stuff. Vert did hit some nice kicks and everything. But eventually the cross arm breaker for the victory. I like Layla Hirsch getting more of a push. I like this. And we get Dante Martin versus Jason Hotch. I have one question. What the fuck was that backbreaker variation supposed to be? Dante Martin did about 50, revolutions and everything. These things happen, but that just looked really weird. It was like, the game glitched after you fell off a cage or fell off the cell in, one of the old SmackDown versus Raw games. So anyway, or SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. So anyway, we get a moonsault for 2 and a 450 for 3. It wasn't bad. It was just there. Dante Martin's at least gaining some wins. And because his brother's out for a while, I believe with an ACL injury, at least they're giving him some ring time. And then Dasha tries to interview Angelico. I always forget he's South African, and the accent always throws me off. Angelico, he's a very good athlete, but promos are not his thing. Dasha also has bigger arms than half the AEW men's roster, and that's not a knock against Dasha, because Dasha puts in the work. I don't know why I don't know why I noticed that. Maybe it's just because it looks like she could lift the goddamn world. So anyway, Diamante versus Reka Tahaka. Ooh, code red for the win. I'm just going to be kind here. This was not good. This was not good at all. This was an example of putting a match on Dark, because if this had been put on Dynamite, holy shit. Anyway, we get Bear Bronson versus Joey Janela with Sonny Kiss. Okay, so Bear Bronson, his partner Bear Boulder, is out with an injury. Let's put him in the ring with a guy that, I'm sorry, Janela should not be on national television, or even on the YouTube channel of the alleged second, best wrestling promotion, second biggest wrestling promotion in the U.S. I'm sorry, just Janela's not very good. I've never understood the appeal. And, Bronson basically had to bounce around a whole bunch and everything and use his power, and Janela did some stuff and almost crashed and burned on move to the outside. Thankfully, he was okay. And he does hit a diving elbow 1, 2, 3. This was the. And Helico versus Ryzen. I don't know why either of them did the dance. Thankfully, they had pants, and Navarro death roll for the win. Moving on. Marvez interviews Janela about, participating in Bad Boy Summer, and Marvez says he wants to participate in Bad Boy Summer, and now everybody's libido has gone away. Poor Alex Marvez, who's trying his best. Actually, that's probably the best line that he's had doing, interviewing. And Janela also said he was going to be in Sonny Kiss's corner. Tesha Price versus Julia Hart. Tesha Price displays great personality. I have no idea why she's a crazy chick. No idea. Julia Hart, I like her being paired with the Varsity Blondes. This was fine. Tesha, unique, angry, and everything, hitting some good offense. At least she's standing out by getting people's attention. And Julia, she's not bad. She's very, very, early in her career, but she did hit a nice split leg drop for the victory. So it was okay match. It wasn't great, but it was an all right match. And then we get Cage with Hook versus Sonny Kiss with Joey Janela. This was your main event. I like Sonny being featured, but Sonny should have been beaten about 4 minutes by Cage, and I think it went on longer than it needed to. Sonny needs to be built up and presented, by beating, some enhancement talents and then built up a bit. Having him go toe-to-toe briefly with Cage, I don't know, it just didn't work for me. But Sonny is a very good athlete. And then Weapon X, 1, 2, 3. There you go. After Sonny hit quite a few near falls on him, and then they get a beatdown. Hook has Sonny all trapped and everything, and Joey Janela does really bad acting and then basically leaves his tag team partners. Okay, they're splitting this team up. Fine, whatever. Sonny's a bigger star anyway. I'd be very surprised if they re-sign Janela when his contract's up. I believe they're 3-year contracts. I don't want anybody to lose income. I would just be surprised if AEW doesn't start cutting some people. But anyway, I didn't care because I don't care about this team. Hopefully Sonny's featured a little bit more. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.